All right, now that we have everything measured, we can now start drawing the house up. And this is really the fun part of SketchUp and where it's very intuitive and very simple and easy to just mass up a building and start to see this thing come to life. You'll notice I have the scan up here on the right. We're just going to use this to kind of refer to as we're drawing. You could have it up here on your screen, or you could have the printed out version of it in front of your computer. So with the measurements here, let's start with the line tool. And we're going to start at the origin point. That's our 0, 0 point. It's usually a good spot to start. And it's very simple to just draw this out. We're just going to use the line tool. Remember, click and release. Don't click and drag. We're just going to click and release to start our point. First line, we're going to draw down 53 inches. Next line over, 11 inches. Down in the green axis, 5 feet. Let's pan. So remember, pan is pushing in on the middle mouse and holding down Shift. Let's come back 11 inches, then down 17 feet. And that sort of goes off the model space. So let's zoom out, go over 92¼ inches. If you look in the value control box, I can either type in 92.25 or I can type in 92 space 1-4. That'll give me the same distance. Let's go down 31.5 over 38.5. Just zooming down a little bit there. For the dining room, let's go down 13 feet 3 inches. Again, we'll pan and zoom. We have 5 inches, 11.75. 5 inches again. Then back down 100.5 inches. The width here is 117.5. We go up 101.5. And there is actually a little bit of a difference in the baseboards here. And I probably wouldn't have wrote that down. I would have just rounded this number up. But because this is the kitchen and it's such a small area, and later in the chapters, we're going to focus on creating the cabinets and putting in appliances, it's really crucial that we have that measurement exact because I want to make sure the appliances that I want are actually going to fit in there. Let's put this again at 101.5. And this opening here at 82.25. Back up 11.75. This line over, we could either type in 82.25, or remember, we can infer. Just going to infer to that edge, bring that up, pan and zoom. And I'm going to infer to this top edge. Last but not least, let's close out that endpoint to create our surface. Now we can also create the foyer here. We're going to do this a little bit of a different way. Instead of using the line tool, we're going to use a tape measure tool. So T is keyboard shortcut, and we're going to draw ourselves a guide. You see the tape measure tool, make sure you press Option or Control on a PC. That's going to bring up that little plus sign. That little plus sign will create the guide that we need. If you don't have that on, it's just going to measure like any other tape measure. If you have the plus sign on, it's going to actually create a guide. So I want to create a vertical line from this guide point. I'm going to create that out 44.5 inches. I want to create another one from here. I'm going to create that down 43 inches. Now I'll take the line tool, draw from this point here. I'm going to draw over 4 inches, and then 32 for our door, and then 8.5 for the rest of the width of this wall. I can go up here to close that off. Now guides, you can erase them. Just take the eraser and just erase them just by clicking on them. For the staircase, we're going to disregard that for right now because we're going to do a section just on how to create that staircase and how to create that opening. So for right now, it looks like we have everything measured out and drawn. Our next step is to extrude the walls using offset and push-pull.